Welcome back to bringing yoga into our daily lives. Welcome back, youth. So today we'll be moving through pranayama. This is our fourth limb of yoga, as we've already been through our yamas, our niyamas, our asanas, that is our body postures, and now we're moving on to our breath control. Today we'll learn Kumbhaka Pranayama. This is used to stabilize the mind. This balances the sun and moon energies, yin and yang, in the body. This also increases blood supply to our brain and oxygenates our blood supply, as well as it helps remove toxins from circulation. This practice of breath retention improves lung function, which in turn increases our lifespan by preserving the health of our stem cells. Oxygen and energy for vital organs, including brain and nerves. This is meant to provide healing psychological benefits, decreasing stress, and calming the nervous system. Improving stress response, sleep quality, while decreasing snoring and daytime sleepiness. With this, we activate our prana, our vital life force energy. This practice is done morning, noon, and in the evening. We usually do this 21 times, but today we'll probably just do it a few times so we can learn the different breath retentions. There is one on an inhale and one on an exhale. We will be practicing both. So then, let's see, it's Shanay, Shanay. Shanay, Shanay simply means slowly, slowly. So yes, we practice this breath slowly with intention. And remember, we're not in such the practice of holding that breath to discomfort or dizziness or falling over. So we want to be comfortably holding the breath. That means the inhale, the exhale is going to come naturally. When you need to breathe, you breathe. You don't hold beyond discomfort. All right. So more to do with that. So without exhausting yourself is a good one. If we have any heart problems, hypertension, high blood pressure, this is one you won't want to practice with the breath retention. So simply either use the Ujjayi breath, or when we are holding the breath, whether it's on an inhale or exhales, that you just simply don't hold the breath if you have any high blood pressure, hypertension, or any one of those heart problems where it can raise our blood pressure, raise our tension, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to first move into our Ujjayi breath. And we're going to start off also with our hands, our fingers in a mudra. So I've taught chin mudra. Remember, it's the thumb tip, the index fingertip. They simply touch. Now for chin, the palms face up. Those hands are relaxed, the fingers are relaxed. We're just simply touching index finger and thumb together. We can keep it here in chin, or janana, which is down facing. Now I recommend that we either sit comfortably in a chair, or that we're sitting on the ground, or possibly even sitting against a wall would be fine. So let's just find balance here for just a moment. Find your spot, whether you're sitting down on the floor against a wall comfortably, or you're sitting in a chair, or even on the ground. Just as long as we can have those legs somewhat open, knees open, maybe we hang on to the knees. Remember the either chin mudra with the palms facing up, or janana with the palms facing down. On this one, I prefer palms facing down. It's up to you though, which one you prefer. So relax the shoulders. Start to connect here back inward. So remember, we're coming first to that Ujjayi breath. This is a constriction on the neck, the low throat right here. So right here, you constrict a little bit. We inhale through the nose. Then we exhale through the nose, constricting that throat, making that soft ocean sound. Let's close the eyes and just come into that Ujjayi breath for a moment. So we're keeping tension here on the low neck. We're drawing the chin just slightly in. The abs are slightly in. We are lengthening through the spine. The shoulders are relaxed. Let's focus inward as we breathe. Now for a moment, I'm going to talk about locks here. So we're going to tighten down in the pelvis. We're going to tighten those muscles that are at the root chakra. So we're pulling inward between the pubis bone and the tailbone. We're drawing inward and lifting up through the spine. And then our navel, our belly button draws in towards the back part of our spine, just so we're engaging those abs, drawing inward. And then we're pulling up through the spine. So we're going to continue to pull up, relax the shoulders, let the heart lift, allow that energy to come through the crown of the head, still breathing in that Ujjayi breath here. Now that's what we call Mula Bandha and Anjan, or I can't remember the other bandha, but it's the navel lock. So here, Ujjayi breath for a moment. So our Ujjayi breath, we're making nice deep breaths, constricting the throat. Now we're going to learn the retention first. We're only going to do this 5 times, retaining the exhale breath for our Kumbhaka. So we hang on to the knees. We have that chin or Jnana mudra. We roll the shoulders back. Let's inhale. And as we inhale, expand through the entire body. You can't inhale anymore. Draw that chin down for our neck lock, chin lock here. Hang on to the knees. We still have our Jnana mudra. Draw slightly forward and maybe even press down. Relax a little bit. Try to hold that breath as we inhale. And I'm going to exhale. Some of you might have exhaled before now, so exhaling. Inhaling again, you can bring the head to neutral, drawing in nice deep breath. Expanding as much as we can through the belly. And then hold the breath again. Draw the chin into the chin, to the chest. I'm going to exhale again, bringing my head to neutral. Remember, the belly is soft, so we have a softness about the body. I'm not tense, so if I find my tension, I try to relax that. So let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath again. Holding at the top of the breath, draw chin into the neck lock. Let's just take a few Ujjayi breaths here. So hopefully you got a chance to retain the breath at the top of the breath. That means we inhale, we expanded, and then as we drew that chin into the lock, we had our root lock, we had our navel lock, and we had our chin lock here. That was the only maybe tightness that we had was within the body. The rest of the abs should have been relaxed, the arms, the shoulders. So now we're going to move on to the opposite breath, where we hold retention on the exhale instead of the inhale. We will still be moving through the same lock. So we do that Muladhara lock, we do the navel lock, we come and do the chin to neck lock. Let's still move through that nice Ujjayi breath. So let's just take a nice deep inhale here. And as we exhale, navel to spine, really draw those abs in, try to draw the chin into that neck lock. Exhale, completely all the air out, then hold. Some of us can hold longer, some of us hold less. So I'm moving into the inhales. I bring my gaze forward. And I'm going to exhale, coming back to the exhale, drawing navel to spine, root lock, navel lock, chin lock. I'm inhaling again. Remember, you can move with your own timing. Exhaling again as I move back out down through my locks. I'll go ahead and do one more. It feels like I'm doing shorter ones on the exhale retention, so we'll go ahead and just do one extra exhale. Inhale, exhale. So remember that Ujjayi breath. Just take a moment, close the eyes, notice how we feel. Do we feel a little more relaxed? Remember, the breath controls the mind stuff. So if we quiet the breath, we open up that breath into more awareness, our mind will also move with that breath. So take into consideration breath and mind stuff. If we're having anxiety, a bad day, focus on your breath. Relax the breath. The tension will melt away from your mind. All right. Let's come up to all fours here. We're gonna find all fours. Let's inhale, drop the spine, bring the gaze forward. We're finding our cow pose as we maybe even tuck the toes under here. And let's exhale to our cat. Untuck those toes, press to the top part of the foot, chin into chest, navel to spine. Inhale, tuck the toes, cow. Exhale, moving back into that cat, compressing, untucking toes, navel to spine. Inhale, let's come back into the tuck the toes, cow. Exhaling into our cat, untuck the toes. Let's inhale to a nice flat back, tuck the toes under, keep the length in the back. And we're going to exhale as the heels are stacked right above the balls of the feet. Our glutes come down into the heels. Our palms press into the floor. We keep that nice flat back. We might relax our head. We're pressing into the backs of the heels, stretching the sole of the foot. Let's start to move forward, untuck the toes, release the top part of the foot, and this time, let's walk our hands back so that we're on top of the heels now. So as we find ourselves in hero's pose, this means stacking on top of the heels and knees point forward. If we have any knee injuries or any knee issues, you can always take a pillow, a blanket, or possibly even a block, and that will raise the glutes up off your heels and give your knees a little more room if you need that. If not, you're fine just the way you are. Let's bring our hands back, palms face the floor, fingertips face forward. Let's roll the shoulders back, lift through the heart, tuck those abs in. Take a nice deep breath, exhale, navel to spine, keep the back flat, open here. Inhale, let's see if we can lift the glutes, lift the hips up off the heels, off the feet, and let's exhale, release. Maybe even soften the elbows a little bit. Let's inhale, lift those hips off the heels, exhale, release. One more time, inhale, lift the hips, exhale, release. Let's walk the hands all the way forward again and come up to all fours. As we find all fours, finding that nice joint alignment, whether we have spread through the fingers or fists, tuck the thumbs in. Let's find spinal balance. Inhale. One arm comes forward, the other leg comes back through the heel. Take another deep breath. Let's exhale, release. Inhale, opposite arm to opposite leg, stretch back through the heel. And let's exhale, release. Let's bring our hands coming forward. So walk those hands forward, shoulder width distance apart. Start to lengthen from the knees. Let's find where the hands are directly under our shoulder blades. All right, we have shoulders, elbows, wrist alignment, press into the fingers. and the fingertips and the knuckles. Let's exhale, bring it back, extended child's pose. Inhale, coming forward into that partial kneeling plank. Work on this Ujjayi breath here. Let's exhale, hinge back. Tuck in those abs, release the head. Ujjayi breath, exhaling through the nose. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, tuck the toes. Let's lift the knees off the ground, find plank. Then draw the glutes back, finding our downward facing dog. Flattening the back out here. Let's inhale, lift one leg up. Exhale, see if we can make it forward into our plank pose. Then let's inhale, draw it back. Exhale, let's release that leg, sending up the opposite leg. Inhale, lengthen up high. Exhale, let's bring it into plank. Just the best plank we can do with the leg lifted. And inhale, bring it up and back. Exhale, let's release down to the floor. Soften those knees hip width distance apart. Let's walk the hands back to the toes. Finding that hip width distance apart. Soften those knees. You can release the hands or maybe fingertips are touching. Let's move from heels lifting all the way to the toes lifting, just rocking our weight forward and back. Maybe we hang on to the ankles. Let's release all the way down. We're going to inhale, monkey pose, gaze forward, heart forward, hinging at hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open those arms, flatten the back, press through the heels, tighten those glutes. Reverse swan dive as we move all the way up and over. Exhale, palms together, hands to heart. Let's move into our warrior one. Step 1 foot forward. Lift that back heel. Make sure we're hip width distance apart. Let's slide that back heel slightly in. Check on our front knee, other hand on hip because the hip might have opened by pressing that leg down. So let's bring the hip shifting forward. Check in with the knee, toes we can see. Let's inhale, bring the arms up and over for warrior one. Focus on that Ujjayi breath we brought today. And let's exhale, release. See if we can bring the hands back behind us, interlace the fingers, draw down the back. Let's lift through the heart. We're gonna come into our humble warrior. So let's exhale, hinge at the hips, let the heart move forward. Heart leads us down to the leg, towards the floor. Lift the arms up off the back. Taking that bow, stabilizing into the legs and feet. And let's exhale, release the arms back down. This time as we do, let's sweep that arm to the side of laterally to that leg. Draw it forward, start to move into warrior two. One arm forward, same arm to that same leg that's bent. Forward. Other arm back, roll the shoulders back. Check on the hips. Hips open up to our side. Check that knee to make sure it didn't move inward. We can still see the big toes, knee, ankle alignment. Those hands, arms are lengthened. We're looking over the front fingertips. One more breath here. And let's lengthen through that leg. We have both legs lengthened now. And then we're going to exhale, rebend that knee. We want to come into side angle pose. Let's hinge at our elbow, forearm comes down, palm faces up. Bring that other arm lengthening upward. We're lengthening through the spine. Shoulders stack, hips are stacking here. Nice deep breaths. Let's exhale. Let's bring it all the way back up to that warrior two for a moment. Lengthen that leg. Bring that back hand behind us. We're going to do lengthen leg for reverse warrior today. So palm faces upward with the front arm and lift all the way up towards the ceiling. exhale from our reverse warrior. Since we're on the mat, open wise already, let's just take the toes and move open to lengthwise with the mat. We've already got our straddle set up here. It may not be a very wide straddle, so you check in with your body. How wide can your straddle be? Can we make it maybe a little bit wider, still pressing into the soles of the feet all the way to the edges of the foot? Let's find stability. Keep those knees somewhat soft here. Keep the body lengthened. Roll the shoulders back. Hands can be on the hips or the creases of where the legs and hips meet. Relaxing here. Let's exhale. Let the heart lead. Keep those abs tight, legs tight as we move forward and down. As we move forward and down, try to release all the way through the head. Then take those hands, arms, and bring it outside to the outside part of the legs. Let's walk our one hand over to one side. Finding that Ujjayi breath, let's walk it over to the other side. And moving it back to center. As we find center, let's go ahead and find fists for wrists if we can. Maybe palms of the hands. Right underneath the shoulders, tuck the thumb in, lengthen through the back. Soften the knees. Let's heel toe, coming back in to hip width distance apart here. Knees are soft. This time we're coming up to half back, so hands come to the shins. Bent knees. We're lifting up till we're parallel with the floor. The shoulders roll back. Let's move into our airplane. Palms face down towards the floor. Extend through the fingertips. And exhale. Let's release. Press into the heels. Inhale. Keep that back flat. We're sending all that energy, glutes, heels, all the way down as we reach up. Exhale, palms come together, hands to heart. All right, let's simply shift over to the other side of our mat. So we're probably about mid-mat. Maybe we're on the other side now. We're simply going to take the other leg and draw it forward for our warrior one. So remember to shift that leg open, heel down. Let's open up the hips. And bring it out to warrior two. Check knee, ankle alignment, toes point forward. Coming into that warrior two here. Trying to press evenly through our feet, keeping the hips open, knees aligned with our ankles, reaching through the fingertips. Let's go ahead and lengthen through that leg. Bring that arm down behind us, palm faces up. Let's just move right into our reverse warrior here, stretching, lengthening upward. Let's soften, bend that elbow. Let's also bend our front knee. We want to still come into our side angle pose. So that front knee bends, find that alignment, palm faces up, elbow comes down. We lengthen through the body, stacking shoulders and lifting up for our side angle pose. Remember, the back is aligned here. Our shoulders are stacking. We're opening up. Breath by breath, stabilizing into the feet. And let's exhale, coming back up, warrior two. Inhale, lengthen that leg for a moment. Exhale, release those arms, hands on hips. We're going to simply move those hips forward. Remember our warrior ones we started off with? Bend that front knee, hips forward facing, bring those arms all the way up and over. Nice deep breaths here. let's exhale, release the arms back behind us. We're gonna bring it into humble warrior. So interlace those fingers, draw back and down, lift through the heart, tuck those abs in, hinge at the hips, allow the heart to move us forward, down, and then draw those arms up off the back. And let's exhale, release those hands, bring them all the way back down to the mat. Let's step that foot back, downward facing dog here. Nice deep breaths, moving into our plank pose. Taking a nice deep breath, exhale, release the knees. Let's move it all the way back into extended child's pose. Inhale, lift the head. And exhale, let's walk to one side, extending. And let's walk it to the other side, simply walking it over. Back to center. As we come back to center, let's check one more time. We've now worked out through the legs here, so we're going to come right back to our hero's pose again. So here we are, back at our knees. Remember, there's options at the knees if we need them. So this time when we're in hero's pose, let's start to open up the feet a little bit so that the glutes can come down between our feet. So now knees are still pointed, hip width distance apart forward, but our heels and our feet are open enough that my glutes have sunk down between them and I'm actually on the ground between my feet. Let's bring those hands back, palms grounded, fingertips forward. Taking a nice deep breath, roll the shoulders back, lift through the heart. Exhale, we draw navel into spine. Inhale, maybe lifting the glutes up for a moment. Exhale, release back down so we're between the feet. If we can, maybe we soften the elbows, we bring the hands towards the feet. Maybe we put the palms of the hands on top of the sole of the foot, making that connection. Elbows are down. Maybe your dog likes to lick you. So maybe today's word of the day is downward facing dog. Yes, dog lick, so downward facing dog. All right, so if you're ready, maybe we come all the way down. Maybe we allow ourselves to come all the way down to the mat. Taking nice deep breaths. Only if you're ready to come all the way down. So remember, we can always be on elbows. Make sure that we're somewhat comfortable, that this is not painful. And when we're ready, again, we start to come up to the elbows. Palms of the hands are on the soles of the feet, making that connection again. Let's take a nice deep breath. And let's press through the soles of the feet, lengthening ourselves back up. Hopefully both arms at the same time. Starting to walk it forward, grab a hold of the knees. Let's draw our glutes back up, palms to the ground. Let's find that back into our tabletop here. Inhale, drop the spine, cow. And last one, exhale, move the spine up into cat. Release when you're ready. And then come all the way down to the ground. Coming back to our mats. Hip width distance apart. Let's sit nice and tall. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's keep our back flat, shoulders roll back, heart lifts, hands just glide down the legs just as far as we can, and let's get a grip. So wherever we are on those legs, our back is flat, the shoulders are rolled back. We're still pressing the heart forward and through. that. Slowly coming all the way back up. Let's soften and bend the knees. We are getting ready for our Shavasana. Hang on to the backs of the legs, round down, knees to chest, side to side. And let's release the soles of the feet. Open the arms here. Let a smile come across the face for a moment. What work you've done with your body and mind today. Let's just allow the breath to overtake here for just a moment. So nice, deep, big Ujjayi breath. Little bit of constriction on the throat. Maybe a hand over the belly, feeling that air up. Nice big expansion and exhale. Start to open the arms. And allow the knees to move to one side. We're focused on the breath. Our eyes are gently shut. Let's go ahead and bring knees back to center. Let's release the knees the opposite direction. Focusing on the breath. And let's move back to center. When you're ready, let's release the legs all the way down to the end of the mat. Allow the feet to be open. Allow the hands to be open. Let's just focus on the breath here. Inhaling and exhaling. Relax from the crown of the head, the forehead, the facial muscles, the jaws, the ears. Relaxing all the way down through the neck, the shoulders. Each breath letting go through the arms, the fingertips. Noticing the relaxation slowly moving through the body on our inhales and exhales. As it moves all the way down through the torso into the pelvis. And we relax and release the low back, the pelvis, through the legs. All the way down through the feet. All the way down through the toes. Imagine you are lying in a big mountain meadow filled with wildflowers of every color. See the rainbow of colors gently dancing in the breeze. You are safe. You are warm. You're safe and warm on a big fluffy quilt, lying in the grass. The sun is warm on your face. You are sleepy, relaxed. So you lie back. As you lie quietly looking up at the sky, you notice a family of bunnies feeding near you. They want to come closer and nibble on the carrots you hold in your hand. But they're afraid. You notice, though, that as you lie still with your eyes closed, the bunnies come nearer and nearer. You can feel their presence and see them moving even closer, nearer in your imagination. Every time you move or open your eyes, they run away. But if you lie very still with your eyes closed, they keep approaching. Lying just as still as we can. Breathing in, breathing out. Can you hear the bunny's breath near you? Can you hear them softly breathing? Can you feel them nibbling on the carrots in your hands? Do you feel a touch of a whisker? And can you feel their soft, silky fur rubbing against your arm? This might even tickle you. You breathe easily, slowing and deepening the breath. And as you relax, the bunnies come even closer. They feel your relaxation. They know you're no harm. They begin to come to you, gently taking a nibble of a carrot here, and a nibble of a carrot over there, maybe even some grass blades. You could feel the softness of their whiskers, the fur. You can even feel that light tickling on the skin. You allow the bunnies to nibble at the carrots in your hands. A smile comes over your face. You feel happy. You feel joy. And you feel easier. Everything is gonna be okay. Everything is good. We found our inner peace. And we just let the breath inhale and exhale. And now we start to move our fingers, our toes. The bunnies might scare off as we wiggle around, maybe even wiggling our nose. Imagining those tickles moving away now, coming back slowly to the room that you're in, the space you have found. the space you have found for yourself to relax, taking that moment of peace. As we bring movement and awareness back out to the room, to our body, we take even deeper breaths. We might shrug the shoulders. We might look over one shoulder or the other. As we bring movement, let's start to find our way to our fetal position, if we can, on the left side. And then pressing through the palms of the hands using arm strength, allowing us to come back up into that sitting position. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Have a wonderful afternoon and day. Have a wonderful day and take the peace with you.